So first, the allowance received from the family is less than 1.5 million yen per year, including tuition. Second, the student must be living outside of the home, shouldn't be living at home. And if you're an international student, you must also meet these conditions. Have an excellent academic performance with a GPA of at least 2.3 in the previous academic year. Hi, this is Cam from Swimmy channel. So for today's video, I'll be talking about the emergency support benefit for students here in Japan. Quite a number of viewers have requested in the comment section that they'd like us to explain this cash handout for students. And so we made this video in response to those requests. In case you're wondering, yes, this benefit is applicable for international students. Although please take note that the university or school will facilitate the application process. Students submit the necessary documents and the application form to the school, and the school will determine who is eligible for the benefit. So the process may vary depending on your institution. There are a few other details to take note of, so please watch until the end of this video. If you're not sure if your university is eligible to process and facilitate your application, feel free to ask us in the comment section. We'll try our best to do some research for you in order to answer your questions. Okay, so let's get to it. Let me explain how you can receive this cash handout for students. So please take note that not all students in Japan are eligible for this benefit. The benefit is only applicable to people who meet certain conditions. So first, students who belong to the following educational institutions are eligible. Those who are studying in universities, those who are attending all majors, it doesn't matter, especially those who are in graduate schools, those who are in junior colleges, so all majors in junior colleges, those who are in colleges of technology, but those who are only in their 4th or 5th year only, those who are attending vocational schools, and those who are attending Japanese language schools specified by the Ministry of Justice. Therefore, if you are currently attending a Japanese language school, please contact the school first to see if your school is eligible. This benefit is mainly for students who are really facing financial difficulties. These are students who are living independently from their families or are using their income from part-time jobs to pay all or most of their tuition fees, and those whose income has decreased by more than 50%. So here are more details on the conditions or qualifications for receiving the cash handout. So first is the allowance received from the family is less than 1.5 million yen per year, and that includes tuition. Second, the student must be living outside of the home. Third, the ratio of part-time job income to living expenses and school expenses is high. Fourth, support from family cannot be expected because of reduced income of parents. And fifth, income from part-time job has decreased by 50% or more compared to the previous month. In addition, if you're an international student, you must also meet these conditions. You must have an excellent academic performance, aka a GPA of at least 2.3 in the previous academic year. You must have a monthly attendance rate of over 80%, and you must receive an average of less than 90,000 yen allowance per month from your parents, excluding entrance fees and tuition fees. And lastly, you must not be a dependent of someone in Japan earning more than 5 million yen a year. Now that we know the qualifications to apply, let's talk about how to apply. Let me explain the application method and required documents in a little bit more detail. So first, students apply to their school. Then the school will evaluate the applications and submit a list of eligible students to the Japan Student Services Organization, or JASO. JASO will then transfer the funds to the student's bank account. The bank account has to be in the student's name. If the student does not have an account in his or her name, then the student must open such an account in order to apply for and receive the benefit. Students will not be notified if they have been chosen to receive the benefit. Instead, the transfer of money to the student's account will serve as the notification that the student's application for the benefit was successful. Also, online banks at this time cannot be used. I think there won't be any problems with accounts at major banks or Japan Post Bank. So there are various ways to submit the required documents to school. You can submit written applications or send the applications by email or even by smartphone. Submission procedures vary depending on the school, so be sure to check the submission guidelines of your school. So the following documents must be submitted to the school. So first is the application form, of course. Second is the pledge. And third are supporting documents to prove your eligibility to receive payment. So all of these forms can be downloaded from the MEXT website. You can also ask the school for these documents. If you don't know how to find these forms in the MEXT website or through your school, let us know in the comment section and we'll share with you the download link for the documents. So how do we fill out the application form? So as you can see here, this is the first page of the application form. Of course, over here in this part, we fill in the student's information. So the name of the school, your name, your birth date. If you're receiving a scholarship from JASO, you enter your student scholarship number over here. For this second part, you fill in your bank account details. For JASO scholarship students, you can fill in your account information if you have not received your scholarship. And this is the second page. On the second page, for number 3, this is where you state your reasons for applying for the benefit. You can say that it is difficult to receive support from your home country, from either of your parents or your supporter due to decreased income. In this section also, you can cite other reasons you're facing difficulties or your special circumstances like living in a single-parent household or if you're unable to send supporting documents like certificates, etc. And then over here is a checklist. So if you've already attached these documents, check over here or put a circle. This is the pledge form that you also need to fill and submit. This form can be downloaded from the website of MEXT. So this is what it looks like as a whole. So over here, you fill in the amount of money you receive from your parents or supporter from your home country. And over here is the income you receive from your part-time job. This is for when you state that you're living outside of your home or if you live at home but you're not receiving any financial support from your parents. For those in their first year or those who are freshmen, you only have to state the amount you plan to receive for both part-time job income and allowance. For those who are in their second year and above, you have to write the actual amount for fiscal year 2019 for both part-time job income and allowance. So this is when you also have to state that your income from your previous part-time job has decreased by over 50%. For this part, number 6, you don't need to fill that out because it's nothing to do with international students. However, for this part, this is for you to confirm that you meet all the conditions for international students. So that means the 2.3 GPA, monthly attendance rate of 80%, etc. And then once you've confirmed everything, you have to fill in your name and sign at the bottom. When you've written your signature, you declare that everything you've written in the application is true. And if they find any information you've written to be false, you have to give back the money. So you need to submit supporting documents to prove your eligibility for payment. So what are these documents? So these include copies of rental agreements for apartments, documents showing payment of the latest rent or your residence card, etc. Then your certificate of receipt when receiving other public support measures. Only when these can be submitted, however. Also a copy of salary details from your part-time job or a deposit savings passbook of the bank account. So documents can show there has been a decrease in income or allowance from January of this year. Third is the copy of deposit or savings passbook of the account where the amount of remittance and the annual income can be confirmed. So these are for international students only. These are just some of the requirements, but if it is difficult to submit these supporting documents, then you can skip the submission. However, in that case, you will probably receive a notification from your school. Remember though that with this kind of application system, payment is not guaranteed because individual students apply to the university and the benefits are paid to those whom the university decides are eligible. However, since the application itself is relatively easy, I think it is better applying for the time being. So lastly, let me answer some of the frequently asked questions. So first, will I still be eligible if I do not completely meet all requirements? So the answer is that although it is necessary to meet the requirements, university or institution will ultimately decide based on a comprehensive consideration of the student's actual situation based on the student's applications and declarations. So even if you may not completely meet all of the requirements, it may be a good idea to fill in the details of your situation in the application form and submit it. Second, are students who live at home and students who have not paid rent still eligible? Even if you're a student living at home or in a relative's house, if you do not receive financial assistance from your family, you can apply for the benefit. Another question is that, is it applicable even for those on leave of absence? The answer is that yes, it is possible for those on leave of absence to apply. Another question. If I enrolled in April and there's no decrease in part-time job income, am I still eligible? Answer is that if you plan to work part-time and you do not get the income that you hope to receive, then you will still be eligible. It is better if you explain further your current situation or circumstances in the application form. Another question. How many people can receive this benefit? The plan is to assist 430,000 students. So if you have any other questions, please let us know in the comment section and we will make sure to answer each of your queries. Alright, are we okay so far? Was this video about the emergency support benefit for students helpful? Though not everyone will receive this benefit, don't get discouraged. Who knows, you might be eligible to receive the money, so why not try and apply for it? Oh, also please take note that the application deadline for this benefit differs depending on the school. So if your school has published details about the application, it's best to apply right away. Maybe the deadline is around mid-June 2020, so please keep this in mind. This video was created in response to the requests of people who watched our other videos. If there are other kinds of videos you'd like to watch, or if there's other information you'd like to know, please let us know in the comments. On the Swimmy channel, we will continue to explain various information in a simple, clear, easy to understand way to help foreigners living in Japan. We're always looking forward to your requests, opinions, and questions in the comment section. If you think this video was helpful or you'd like to support our content and videos, please click the subscribe button. This was Cam from Swimmy channel.